The story begins with Solomon, curious about his father's past adventures, asking him to share a story. His father recalls the moment when his party forced their way into a silent throne room. Solomon eagerly asks, "And then what?" His father replies, "We knew the big bad monster was in the room with us." Right as we let our guard down, double quotes, Solomon cuts in, excitedly, "The monster attacked." The scene then shifts to the past, where the demon queen, atop a dragon, breathes fire at the hero. He casually blocks it with his hands, mocking the monster's supposed strength, remarking that he thought the monster who had caused so much destruction would be stronger. Determined to avenge his fallen friends, the hero summons his light swords, while the demon queen laughs and summons her minions. Without hesitation, the hero charges forward, blinding the minions with his light aura and annihilating them, beheading ground troops with ease. He then turns his attention to the sky, summoning more swords to destroy the flying demons. In an instant, they too are obliterated. A giant then attacks, but the hero stands unmoved. With a single slash, the giant's arm is severed, and the hero leaps into the air, finishing the giant off. As he does, he taunts, "Did you really think these insignificant creatures could stop me?" The demon queen, watching from a distance, acknowledges the hero's strength, admitting he's better than any other she's faced. As he continues cutting through the beasts, the queen muses that perhaps he will finally force her to put in some effort. Surrounded by countless monsters, the hero unleashes his ultimate attack, decimating all of them in one blow. Now, only the dragon remains. As the hero prepares to strike the dragon, the demon queen, with a menacing aura, asks, "Any last words, chosen one?" But just as he leaps toward the dragon, the scene shatters like a broken mirror. We shift back to Solomon, who asks his father how he defeated such a beast. His father smiles and replies, "I didn't defeat her. I chose to love her instead." The demon queen, now revealed as Solomon's mother, enters, reminding her son about his upcoming wrestling match with the Prince of Dragons, a match he missed last time. Solomon, pretending not to care about training, playfully responds, but his father urges him to prepare. Solomon begs for one more story, promising to train harder afterward. His father apologizes, saying his mother wants him to grow strong like her, and that one day, all of Mild Hordy will be his. He promises Solomon that if he finishes his training early, he will tell him the greatest story ever. Excited, Solomon dashes off, yelling, "I'll pin him so fast, get that story ready." The demon queen then turns to the hero, teasing, "I could have killed you. You know," he replies, "Keep telling yourself that." But she smirks, blasting him with magic. "You were saying," she adds. He sheepishly apologizes, "Sorry, darling." The scene shifts to Solomon and the Prince of Dragons facing each other. Solomon taunts the dragon, saying, "This has gone on long enough, care not. Let's end this, you're pretty weak anyway." Solomon charges his energy and delivers a powerful punch, knocking the dragon out. Taunting further, he asks if the dragon wants another round, then adds, "You're big, but like father says, the bigger they are ... with a final punch." He finishes, "The harder they fall." Now, we see a grown Solomon casually defeating a demon with a single slash. Despite his strength, he frowns, thinking how no matter how many demons he defeated, dragons he tamed, or creatures he made kneel, his father never told him the greatest story. Determined, Solomon vows that one day, he will impress his father enough to finally hear that story. As he walks toward a door, sweating from his efforts, he whispers, "One day, I'll make you tell me the greatest story ever." The scene shifts to a palace where dragons soar in the red, cold sky. Adventurers gather to conquer the castle, but one by one, they are defeated by a demon wielding a wooden bat, even as wolves tear at him. Only a single girl remains alive, fighting to survive. Inside the throne room, Solomon sits with his mother and father. His mother asks, "Who called us here?" and his father continues, "Who dares summon us?" Suddenly, 5 shadowy figures appear, facing the family. The hero, Solomon's father, shifts into a defensive stance, while the shadowy figures bare their fangs too are grinning menacingly, while their leader is visibly irritated. The hero summons his light sword, but just then, a dragon crashed through the window, attacking Solomon. His mother blasted back with her energy, only to anger the beast further, as more dragons tried to force their way in. Panicking, Solomon's mother asks if he's hurt, but before she can act, her rage takes over. Cursing the demons, she vows they will rot for their actions. Her husband, however, calmly tells her to protect Solomon and leave the battle to him. As demons swarm him, the hero swings his sword, remarking with a smirk, "Hundreds versus me, sounds like equal odds." He slashes through a giant monster, annihilates a flying demon with a single blow, and creates a cloud of dust with his powerful attacks. Amid the chaos, the 5 shadowy demons prepare to strike, targeting the hero, the demon queen, and Solomon. The hero, unfazed, uses light chains to incapacitate 2 of them, while his wife calls out in fear for their son. "Save him," he says to her as the dust fills the room from their ongoing battle. Solomon shouts for his father, helpless as his mother draws a magical circle on the ground. The demon queen, biting her lip and holding back tears, tells Solomon, "One day, yes, you will be strong enough." "I'm sure of it." She stands, her shield destroyed, and grabs Solomon's hand. "Your father loved you, I love you." As the demons approach, she begins to cry, "Now, I must send you on your way." Solomon, shocked, falls backward as his mother faces the oncoming rebels. He cries out, reaching for her as he plummets through the sky. Solomon's fall takes him to a strange new world. He sees a ziggurat below and tries to brace for landing, but a portal suddenly opens, pulling him into a vast space filled with celestial bodies. He tumbles through multiple gateways, first into an ocean dimension, then a volcanic realm, each one disorienting him more than the last. Finally, he lands in a forest at the base of the castle, utterly lost in this strange new reality. The scene shifts to the revelation that the 5 demons were once the 5 consorts, who unleashed the devastating power of Hellrit upon the realm. This malevolent force, which Solomon's mother and her ancestors had shielded for generations, began to seep into the world, bringing ruin. Hellrit decimated the land, plunging humanity into desperation and suffering. We see the last surviving girl from the earlier battle working in the fields beneath a blood-red sky. She returns to her home but quickly rushes out, alarmed by something outside. It's Solomon, chopping down trees with his bare fists. A summons reaches him, it's time to leave. Solomon, with a blank stare, dons his hood. He joins a group of gathered heroes, one of whom approaches him, saying, "You can't be a tower veteran unless you've seen all your friends die in it first." Solomon replies coldly, "A veteran is just a survivor. He could have hidden under a rock while others died. It doesn't make him better." The girl from before speaks up. "Without him, there wouldn't have been any survivors." "Including me," Solomon asks, "was he a friend of yours?" She mocks him, reminding him that the veteran was with them 2 years ago when they found him in the mud. Despite her taunt, she admits surprise at seeing Solomon back at the tower, saying, "You don't seem the type to return." Solomon, now serious, replies, "I'm full of surprises. That tower has a name, Mild Horty. If you don't respect it, it'll take your life." As the party prepares to enter, the leader urges them forward, warning that daylight is fading. We then cut to Solomon slaughtering infected hounds. Impatient, he decides to hunt down the boss without delay. Suddenly, a Valkyrie slams him into the ground. The girl reassures the group, he'll be fine. Solomon, recovering quickly, prepares for the Valkyrie's attack. Summoning his energy, he blasts the creature, destroying its wings. With disdain, he wonders aloud, what's a Valkyrie doing on the first floor, preying on unprepared adventurers? After dodging and disintegrating its weapon, Solomon slashes the Valkyrie with full force, finishing it. "You've wasted enough of my time. I have a tower to climb," he says coldly, standing over the battlefield. As the group moves forward, they're confronted by a 2-headed giant. The heroes brace themselves, but one is quickly crushed. Arrows and spears fail to pierce the giant's tough skin. The creature hurls a boulder, and the girl exclaims in fear, "Not again!" The leader attempts an attack, but it's futile. Solomon suddenly dashes to a cliff, launching himself down toward the giant. The giant recognizes him and bows, saying, Georg remembers. Solomon, irritated, mutters, "Not good." A soldier shouts in shock, "Prince." The revelation spreads. Solomon, the savior, had once abandoned humanity for the queen of monsters. The soldiers, now enraged, accuse him of betrayal. Solomon, with a cold gaze, responds, "I was hoping to climb the tower together." Opening his eyes, now glowing with menace, Solomon grabs the leader by the neck, crushing him in an instant. Another soldier, terrified, tries to flee, but Solomon flicks his fingers, summoning light swords that impale the fleeing man. Solomon's attention turns to the girl, who pleads for her brother's life. "Let me find him. If he's alive, I'll send him back. If he's not, let me bury him. Then you can kill me and keep your secret," she says, trembling with fear. Solomon raises his hand as the scene hangs in tension.